Hello YouTube, we are back with some commentary for you all. Joined by my partner in crime here, TJ.
It's me, I'm the highwayman. Again.
But we are back. We are back with a few matches here. You know, just a quick disclaimer before we get into the actual meat of the video. We did notice, similar to the Armor versus Melga matchup, there are a little bit of frame rate issues. We do apologize for that. Unfortunately, we can't go back and change that. Otherwise, we won't have videos to put up for you guys. So we decided to bite the bullet. The next few videos should be a little bit better than the Melga one. So there may be a blip or two here and there, but overall should be a lot better. So hopefully you can get by with this. We apologize for that. Hopefully we can fix this in the upcoming locals that we'll have on Sunday. And we're back to our regular scheduled programming. But without further ado, we will hop right into the commentary. We've got Mike playing MirageGao on the left, and our very own, the master of the brigade, TJ.
I don't subscribe to that. I don't feel like a master after what I had to experience the past few weeks, but I appreciate the energy.
We'll get there. We'll get there. But yeah, we're playing the brigade on the right, so let's hop right into the round over here.
I mean, admittedly, of course, you know, never lose a match. I've never lost a game in my life. I choose to just not play at a certain point, really.
Win or lose, though, those Ukiora sleeves. They are fire.
I do win on the style points, I think.
And the folks on cam don't see the deck box either. The deck box is heat.
Look at Mike playing Pokemon sleeves in our Digimon card game. This son of a bitch. This blasphemy. I totally don't do that same thing. Why would I ever do that? See, look at me. Even I'm upset about it.
But we do have a little bit of a lull here. So while we kind of wait for the round to start, you know, this was filmed at Sully's Abode. We did have a triple box. We had a total of 22 players come out last week, which was pretty darn good.
I thought it was 20.
22. I asked Jarrell for the official count.
What the heck? Where'd the extra people come from?
But it's a fun shop. We go there every Thursdays. If you're local, feel free to swing by and check us out. But we see Mike start off with a Galga. He goes into the back, so he passes over a 2. And
I just go Commandramon in the back, and then I'm stuck. I'm debating if I don't want to drop the rookie, because if I drop the rookie, I know that if he has the 1-up EX4, Makao is going to just bounce back to my hand. Even if he doesn't, there's a good chance he could bounce it back.
Sure.
So I opt to just go ahead and just try and get a Tamer on board after I evoing into level 4 in the back. So I'm like, well, at least I can hyper up a line to try and get something. I have protection in the stack. He does
ahead and
BT-11
swings with the Makao. So this is the one that gives blocker plus 2 KDP for every 4 cards in your hand. You preemptively went into BT-11 Mirage, but Mike went into BT-13 to bounce the Satsuki. Since something was added to him,
he was going to go 11,
He gained 2 memory off of the 2 inheritables, and did not have a Thomas to play, unfortunately.
He blocks when I swing, which I'm just like, yeah, it's fine. I figured I'd swing and just try and get the chip, see if he'd let me or not.
You play out your Commandra, choose to pick up. What did you pick up? Was it a? I forget what you picked up.
I don't even remember. I think it was a Tanktra.
Yeah. And then you chose a bottom deck. Mirage does have jamming, so swings 1.
And
then he goes and play. Oh my God, the Zudo.
Yep. Everything just gets bounced. Chokes me to 1, so there's not really much I can do. I can't really push up a cargo drug, because if I do, I'm just gonna get bounced. He could hard evo first mode and be fine. Like there's, you know.
Right.
So I figured, I'm like, well, he can't bounce another Tamer unless he goes into another BT-13.
I mean, turn 2 getting into a Mirage is, I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do. I mean, it's not the more oppressive one, but it's still a good
line.
Yeah.
So there's just nothing I can do. And he has jamming, so that doesn't matter. Like the biggest thing, I mean, I could have choked him to 1, and then just hoped he didn't have the right card to bounce me, but it just felt like it was me.
For sure. Did swing with the Zudo Ace, which lived, unfortunately, for you. And then he goes in and plays a Thomas. So he's sitting in a decent spot. You push up your Seals Drag, gain a memory off of Satsuki. Go
I'm gonna go
Cargo.
3 off of Satsuki. Go Cargo. Reveal
Mhm.
Nume. Nume lets me play another Satsuki under. We have a
Mhm.
little bit of choppiness. Apologies.
But you did Mind Link, so Sasuke's underneath there, and you got a Death X, but I mean that's not gonna do a whole lot right now.
It doesn't pop the Zoot Ace, doesn't pop the level, it doesn't pop the other sack. I can't even play it because I need 11 memory.
Dude, Zudo Ace, you need a Brigade right here, right?
I have a Brigadra, or I need a Brigadra, which I have, but I'm like, is that really the best play? Because
yeah, because I mean, you could pop one guy, maybe pop the Mirage, hope he doesn't have.
What I was debating on doing, I was debating on swinging over the Zudo using the Mistymon inheritable to gain the DP to be able to swing over it. But I opted to like, because I knew that I didn't want to leave myself suspended. There was nothing I could do after I made that play.
Sure.
So I opted just to Evo into Brigadra and then just let him go to his 3 with the Thomas.
For sure. Dude, Zudo Ace is actually like, it synergizes so well with Mirage. You know, I kind of overlooked it at first, and then once I started seeing people like Sunny was playing, and I was like, oh shit, you know, that actually like makes a lot of sense.
No, it's a good card. I opt to block here using my inheritable to protect myself. I was kind of dumb and just wasn't thinking about evade, but admittedly, I
mean, I feel like most people don't. Like, you don't really see BT-14 Mirage as much. I feel like that's something that's just, like, easily forgotten.
Well, my other thought was, like,
yeah,
it keeps him... Like, he has to suspend himself.
For sure.
Off of this. Like, I forgot about it, but it kind of works out in a way, I was like. So, I was like, all right, well, he has to, like, actually do something here. He has to have the burst mode, which he does. Because people don't miss pieces when I play. So, he does that.
Plays out a Thomas, fair to restand the Mirage off of its on play, or well, the main effect.
I have no blocker. He has jamming. There's nothing in my security that can stop him. So he just plays another Thomas. He just swings, and I just go. Let's just go next because I don't have an option, and he has jamming, so it doesn't matter.
For sure.
Game was over at that point. So we go to game 2.
Mirage is sitting pretty well. You know, I mean, jamming. The Buka, you know, at first I was just like, why would they limit Buka? But then I'm like, yeah.
Mirage is good with it,
sense.
but the thing is,
yeah.
I don't know. Buka definitely limits other blue decks in the fact that it's just the best blue egg. Look at Mike's pretty face. What a cute guy. But it does just kind of bother me because it does just like, it's the same thing like what I was saying about like why I want choice restriction and stuff, because it just, while sure it might be really really strong in this deck, it's just like okay in its own deck. Like it's just okay and balanced for its own archetype. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
3 Tanktra, Death X, and a Cargo. Yeah, so I try and divvy up the cards a little bit while I put them back into the deck and shuffle.
But yeah, I mean, like you said, right? Like Armors doesn't really want to run Buka. It doesn't really make sense to run Buka. But I mean,
most of the decks don't. It's really just blue stack decks, which really right now is just Mirage
and Melga.
And Melga, which are the 2 decks that are most abusive with Buka. Whereas its own deck, like the whole Goma deck, like don't use it. They don't. Well, they use it, but like, and now they can't. Now they're just shit out of luck.
Yeah, because now Goma as a deck is sort of like, it's still okay. Like it still does.
The same. It's the same thing that happened with Doragora when Doragray got hit, right? Where it's like, Doragray was a problem with Alpha, but with Doragoramon, it was just good aggression. Right. It just made the deck playable.
For sure. To summarize what's been going on, you played 2 trainings to pick up pieces. Mike's swinging into security. Plays out a Gaomon to play out a Thomas, and passes over to 1.
Yeah, Evo's into Gaomon to play it out.
Yeah.
And the Gaomon just punches the shit out of fucking... out of Brigadramon in security. I use my trainings trying to start going up a line here. I reveal 3, I play out the seals because I can play cost 5 or less off of the Tanktra. Everything else gets trashed. And then I have a DCD bomb, so I opt to just go ahead and pop or Digivolve the Gaogamon, put some cards back on top of the deck. And then delete the Goma because I return the cards. And I did that because if I were to just swing over the Gauga, Goma would just play out when it would be deleted. So
right. That's fair. We see Mike play out a training, picking up a Thomas, bottom decking a burst mode. He's doing his like, what do I do? Plays out another training. Picks up a Gao. I mean, talk about search.
He just plays that Gao, and then just grabs a Gaogamon.
Fair enough.
That's just the rest for... I still don't understand why that BT-11 Gao does that. It doesn't make any sense.
The trash doesn't make sense.
I feel like it's a misprint that they were just like, no, we didn't do that wrong.
Because I can't think of a deck in blue where it's like you want your stuff in trash. Like I don't think there is a. I mean, maybe outside of like, no, I don't even think of it. I can't even think of a deck that would want stuff in trash.
Nope, there's no blue deck that wants stuff in trash. The only blue deck that wants stuff in trash is Melga, right. and that's new Melga, not current Melga.
Mike will push up the Goma, use its start and main effect to trash your Tankdramon inheritable, and it also cannot be blocked.
Won't be able to get anything extra out of it now.
Cracks a training to go into Gauga. For free, so he's still at 3 memory, essentially 5 with the training in play, which is scary. Goes into Zudo Ace, which will strip 2 sources there and then bounce the seals back to hand, which is rough. And then cracks that to go into BT-11 Mirage now to bounce top card of your security stack to your hand. He gains 2 because of your hand size. Jesus. Oh no. My lord. Well, that is a turn. Gains another 2 memory off of Burst's effect, and then does burst things.
And I just go ahead and lay out my hand so he can do stuff.
Yeah.
And the 2 cards he picks were my only responses, with my Tankdramon and my BrigadeDramon. No. So I literally... Yeah, I had no other BrigadeDramon in my hand. So I have to prepare for a top deck here. But he just swings through the rest of my security. He doesn't have any more swings that he can do, so he just hard to play with Thomas.
Sure. You gain a memory off of Satsuki.
Which that's a mistake. I shouldn't be able to tuck Satsuki there.
Oh, that's right, because it's not Digipolice.
Digipolice or Nume or Montemon in name. It feels so weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
But regardless, I swing. I would have lived the swing anyway, so technically it's still...
still okay.
Well, I technically did something that I shouldn't have done. It still kind of works in a way. Like, it technically didn't break any game rules because then I do that.
Nice. DCD bomb would pop play cost of 4 or less.
6 or less. Yeah, 6 or less. 6 or less.
But unfortunately, Goma plays out. You do gain the memory back, but I feel like that's still kind of rough.
And it's at this point where it's like, well, I don't have a BrigadeDramon. He doesn't have enough bodies on board for me to hard drop the Death X to pop the Goma.
Yeah.
So I just opt to Evil one more time, just to see what I'd reveal, just for funsies. Yeah. See if I hit the blocker Commandra, but I don't. Sure. Not that it would matter, because he'd be unblockable anyways.
True.
So.
Goma is nasty. It's a good card.
Yep. It does. It's a good rookie. He's a very good rookie. He just does not have a good line. He has a good line, but it's not aggressive enough.
Right. I feel like once again we see like fish pieces like better as like augmentation pieces in other decks as opposed to like its own deck. I mean, fish is still good. It's not Mirage, you know.
Yeah, the mid-range decks just struggle right now. If you're trying to play a deck that like focuses more on control than winning the game, then the only deck you can really play is like Black or Gray.
Yeah.
And even then, Black or Gray has tools to be very aggressive as well. So it's like it's rewarded for its defensive and control play, and still has the tools to be aggressive.
For sure.
Just for consistency. But other decks that like try mid-range and be controlling, they don't have the aggression nor the protections to do that type of gameplay with the way the game is now.
Yeah, the meta is just so fast in OTK that it's just rough.
Yeah, it can be, but that's how it goes.
That's how it goes. We saw Mirage do Mirage things pretty effectively. So well played by both of you. I know it was rough, but you did your best. You did the best.
No, that's all right. Yeah, it was still fun. I always love playing against Mike.
Yeah,
he's a very, very fun opponent to go against. So.
For sure. But thank you guys for tuning in. Let us know what you guys think. The channel is growing, so we really have you guys to thank for that. Let us know what other content you'd like to see from us. Feel free to check out our socials as well, which will be linked in the description down below. It'll be Twitter, our Discord, which is now live and going, and our Instagram as well. That's becoming a little bit more active as we're starting to grow. So please do feel free to check it out. We love to interact with you guys here as well as over there. So hope to see you folks over there. And without further ado, we will catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.